and Bonnie have got countless guys lined up, ready to us. Oh, how many shoes are you guys counting? Wait. Whoa, these are all the guys. There's more in there as well. Women, please can you lend me your husbands, sons, boyfriends, nieces, nephews, because I am trying to break the world record for the amount of guys a girl has been with in 24 hours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. There was a OF model that went viral, and I want to use this opportunity to talk about a couple things. How social media is used to glamorize a life that a small percentage of people actually enjoy in this industry. The side effects of this profession and how people in this profession use those side effects to advertise themselves, and a few other things that you probably didn't think about. Now, to give a little bit of context, Lily Phillips went viral for sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours and recently announced that she was attempting to do the same thing in 24 hours only with 1,000 men, which is crazy but not surprising with everything that is going on social media. Now, it would be disingenuous to say that social media does not have any good things about it. Some of my favorite creators I discovered through social media, and some of my hobbies that I've had for the past couple of years came from these platforms. But if life has taught me anything, whenever there's a large amount of good that comes from something, there is usually a counter to that in order to maintain some form of balance. The other side of social media, or the coin, so to speak, is people living a highlight reel of their life. It being as pristine as humanly possible, but it is all a facade. Most of the time, people who are on social media advertising themselves in this way are broke, pretending to be rich to receive likes, comments, and generally validation. It is no different with industries like OnlyFans. They advertise themselves as having the best time, making people believe that doing this for a living is possible for everyone, and that there is zero side effects that come with exchanging your body for currency. What they don't tell you is that the people who are actually making the money are the top 1%, maybe even less, of creators on the platform, and that the average OnlyFans model makes maybe around $500 a month. With great risk comes great reward. But this is hardly true for OnlyFans models or people in that industry. The risk to reward ratio is extremely unbalanced, some of which include mental health issues, losing your family, reputation destruction, future job opportunities outside of the industry, harsh consequences compared to your male counterparts. Although, on a side note, I asked about Lily Phillips using Copilot, which is the Windows equivalent of ChatGPT, and it gave me this response, which I found to be extremely funny. Mental health issues are a big one. It is not uncommon to hear after life in the industry that an adult actress would self-delete because they would want to be treated as normal, but after what they've done online, it is almost impossible to do so, which is extremely unfortunate. Before I continue, I would like to talk about the general perception of OnlyFans models, how people see them. Normally, people frown upon the adult industry, maybe for religious reasons, or they see it as a detriment to society, and some of those things I agree with. In my opinion, it is not the healthiest for society when a person chooses to go to OnlyFans rather than going to school, picking up a trade, making sure that society continues to function normally. But that's just me. But this negative perception also helps them to grow and garner more attention to their pages. They use the fact that people view them as not as intelligent or lesser than human, lean into it and pretend to care about what they think or about what others think about them, all to get people emotionally involved, to leave comments, dislikes, to attract their target audience, the people who actually pay for their pages. An example of this could be that they would go on podcasts where their intelligence is questioned or they're being yelled at for their occupation. They tend to say things that are outrageous to get people to react. Once they are done and the show is over, some of them walk away with $30,000 in their bank account just from that interaction alone. So, commenting on the video, yelling at them does not do anything. It only makes them richer. The podcast owners understand this dynamic as well. So that's why you normally see OnlyFans models on these platforms, not Christian ladies, so to speak. But to be fair, not all podcasts are like this, just the ones that I've seen. How they use negative side effects to garner more views. OnlyFans is one of the very few industries that we have where any type of publicity is good publicity.
Women, please can you lend me your husband's, son's, boyfriend's, nieces, nephews, because I am trying to break the world record for the amount of guys a girl has been with in 24 hours.
If a person hates you, loves you, or in between, it still benefits you. After Lily Phillips created her viral video, there was a documentary that was made talking about her feelings on the whole situation. I found it odd how quickly this documentary came out, especially since after she did the documentary, she announced that she was going to do another video, only this time with 1,000 men in 24 hours. In my head, it makes sense that this was nothing more than an advertisement to use the people who hate her to funnel more people to her OnlyFans. Not to mention, when she was crying, I couldn't see any tears. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I probably missed it. The people who genuinely disliked her, who came to the documentary and watched it, were simply there to reward themselves with an "I told you so." Because there is nothing sweeter than warning a person that something bad will happen and your prophecy was correct. You have to remember that these people are actors. This wouldn't be outside of the ordinary for them to use this to funnel more people to their page and therefore get more money. Even if the side effects are real, it doesn't matter if they make money in the end. The barrier of degeneracy will continue to rise. With any industry that functions from their target audience being addicted to their product, their actions will become more extreme over time. This goes for any type of addiction. You're always trying to get a better high or a better release. As the creator, before you know it, you are going to be doing things that you initially thought you would never have to do. And there is always a person who is willing to do more than you for less. So that means if a fan wants to see you do something extreme and your price becomes too high, a younger, more attractive person who is willing to do it for less and probably do it better than you will always be a possibility. It is a never-ending cycle. Whenever you think you've hit the bottom, it just keeps going. This is something else that they do not tell you when you are thinking about joining these platforms. The extreme degeneracy does not end. Your mental health will continue to decline because you are not viewed as a human, but as an object. Do I see this ending? I was thinking of ways that this industry could disappear, and the only solution that I could come up with is if we simply stop talking about it and glorifying it. However, I do not see that happening, especially with the advancement of AI and technology in general, which is only going to make it easier for OnlyFans models to monetize their creations. Not too far from now, you could be seeing creators using AI to create virtual bodies that you could pay to sleep with. It could go even further than that when human-like dolls are able to communicate and respond to commands more realistically. Within those dolls, it wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility that creators could transfer their personality in those dolls and sell them so that their fans could have a more one-on-one experience. This could go dark very quickly, but if we don't talk about it, we can't discuss ways to get rid of this industry. But because we're talking about it, people who seek out this type of content will always support creators who make it. So it is a snake eating itself. It's never going to end, at least from what I've seen. In conclusion, the world we live in is a bizarre place, and normalizing certain behavior could have detrimental consequences on society. If you are considering participating in this industry, think twice, because your future is more important than you could ever imagine. This has been Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. Before I go, tell somebody in your life that you love them, and I will see you soon. Take care.